talking about Sunny Gavaskar, did you have, role models for yourself? And if you had role models, who had been the role models that you have followed, admired, or inspired by?
I didn't have one role model throughout my career. As a young kid, I'm sure as children we always we spend more time around our parents, and as a girl, I've seen my mother struggle. She was a working lady. She had to quit her. She had to let go her career to see that her daughter can sort of aspire in the said field. So for me, my mother has been a huge inspiration. My dance teacher, because way back in the 90s, I would see the young lady very independent, and she took charge of her entire family. So that was quite inspirational for me. I started cricket as an all-rounder. So yes, Kapil Dev was my inspiration because my coach wanted me to bowl like him. So not exactly the action that he had, very similar action. So I would say as a young kid, he was the one I looked up to. But when I started to score a lot of runs, then there is no other name comes to your mind than Sachin
Sachin
Tendulkar.
Tendulkar.
Yeah, so these were my role models growing up.
So, what in Sachin that you found which you would like to adopt or you would like to emulate in yourself? What quality of Sachin as a batsman, as a
Um,
cricketer?
of course, he's scored runs, won matches for our country. But something which I really like about him is that he's never taken things for granted or his talent for granted. He's always worked hard. And over the years, it is not easy to play international level for such a long time, where every generation comes.
Look who's talking, who played longer than Sachin
Because
herself.
there were a couple of instances where I asked him, like, you've played so long, how did you manage to keep up with the different bowlers that you face of different generation? And then he would give me certain tips. And there was also one incident where I was training in MCA, and he was to go to play the Legends game.
Yes.
And for anybody, they have seen many cricketers. वो क्या करते हैं कि I've played cricket, so I can manage.
Okay, but
But
he was
he
practicing.
he practiced. He practiced because he feels that whenever he bats, that's the purity of what he had for the sport. And that is something I always liked about him.
Duologue with Barun Das featuring Mithali Raj. Streaming on the world's first news OTT, News 9 Plus. Download now.